Hey beautiful people, my name is Ajay and in this video I would like to present about a data analytics project that I did as part of the Google Data Analytics Professional Certificate. So the business problem is Bellabeat data analytics. So here we need to analyze few key healthcare data and figure out what kind of marketing strategies we could provide to Bellabeat to engage their customer um, and help them to achieve their fitness goals. So this is the case study. So as part of the Google Data Analytics project, we have to do a step-by-step approach from ask phase to the act phase. So it's ask, prepare, process, analyze, share, and act. So here the scenario is we are working as a junior data analyst and at Bellabeat, and we need to figure out like what are the key things we could adopt to our marketing and we could engage our customers. So here, what are the stakeholders' expectations first? Here we need to figure out what are the some trends in the smart device. How can these trends be applied to Bellabeat customers, and how could these trends help influence Bellabeat marketing strategy? So here we got the dataset, and we'll do key pre-processing, and then we'll do the analysis part so that we'll be able to get few key insights. This is up just a detailed description. So this is what the data set is all about. We have got close to 450 records. We have the ID, activity date, total steps, total distance covered, tracker distance, logged activity distance. Then we have the very active distance, moderate to active, then light active. So these are the three categories for active distance. And then we have sedentary active distance as well. So four distance parameters, and this applies to time as well. So very active minutes, fairly active minutes, lightly active minutes, and sedentary minutes. Okay, and the calories burned during that phase. So as part of the data pre-processing, one thing I noticed is like in the data set we have date in a really mixed format. So here we use the slash, here we use hyphen. The data set, the date part of the data set is pretty unorganized. So we need to fix this one. Then we need to figure out if there is any null values present in the data set, and then kind of move the step forward. So I'll show you how I did it in you know Colab. So here we imported the data science libraries, these four, NumPy, Seaborn, and Matplotlib. Here we imported the CSV file, the file that I was talking about. Then we need to understand what the dimensions are. We have 457 records with a 15 columns. And then we need to get some info like the data type and everything. So here these 15 columns, and then here we could see the activity date is type object. So we need to convert it to date format. And then rest all I believe are pretty straightforward. Like there's nothing much to be done. Now we need to figure out if there is any null values, and we found out like there's no null values in the data set. So the first thing we need to figure out, we need to change the data type from object to date time. So activity date, we need to convert using to date time. Then we store that back to activity date. Right now we just, then if we take the info, it's converted to date time. Now we need to figure out if there is any duplicate values. No duplicate values found. Now this is what the data set looks like after converting the value from object to data. Now we need to figure out how many unique people are there in the data set. So we can use the ID, get the unique value, length of that will be the unique. So there are 35 unique records, I mean IDs. Then we put day of the week as a new column using the activity date dot day name. So we I initialize 0 as Friday, 1 Saturday until 6. Now, if we take the head, we could see the last column as the day of the week. An additional column has been added. Then the total minutes, a new other column, which combines all the four uh, columns, which is very active minutes, fairly active, lightly active, and sedentary. So that part has been done. Then we have the total hours, another column, which is like, just divided by 60 and take one decimal place. So this is also done. Then we have the sedentary minutes percentage, like how much percent is a person sedentary of that particular record. So here we could get a sedentary lifestyle. Now we get the described phase, like what exactly is happening. So here we could see here one thing we could notice here is like things which are straightforward is like uh, so there is a candidate who is pretty sedentary. He has not taken a single step in that particular day to 28,000 steps. That's the max value. Then we have total distance covered is 27. Here it's zero minimum. Then one of the most important thing is here. So here it is like very active, moderately active, light active, right? And here you could see when the person is lightly active, they are tracking their records as compared to moderate active and very active. Okay. And another key thing is when you look at the minutes, you could see this is the average. The second one is the average. Okay. So second one is the average. Here, when you look at the mean, you could see average of sedentary minutes is so high as compared to lightly active, fairly active, and very active. And that's one of the main reason you could see around 80% of the candidates are sedentary. Okay, so when you just draft all the columns through a correlation heat map, you could see these things are pretty straightforward because the total steps is uh, you know total step and the total distance and the tracker distance are correlational. So that's what this 3 by 3 comes in. Then you can see the calorie burned with the total distance is also uh, total steps. So total steps and calories. You could see this value. It's correlated. So towards tending towards the red, it's correlated. Away from the red towards the blue is completely not correlated to each other. So the sedentary minutes is not even correlated to any other metrics. That's why we get a negative value or hardly a zero. And then what you could see is this 0.52. Yeah, very active minutes. The person is burning calories. So that's the reason we have a 0.52 here. Total distance and the calories are related 0.61. So this is what it is. So the person who is taking more steps is burning more calories. Pretty straightforward. And then we plotted like I mentioned, right, like around 82% are sedentary minutes. So we got how as compared to the entirety, how it looks. So 82% or 83% sedentary minutes, lightly active is 14%, then hardly 1 or 2% for the fairly and very active minutes. Then we get a uh, plot for the calories burned for every step taken. So it's directly correlated because like the more steps you take, the higher calorie you're burning. So it's towards the upward trend. And we get the mean and median of both the calories and steps. So this is the point for the median. Then we took the day of the week, right? So we using the logged in of Fitbit, we'll be able to figure out like which of the days have the highest login frequency. So here we have Tuesday, Saturday, and Friday. I would say Friday and Sunday are both equal, but you could see Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday there's a small dip in logged. So there's not a big. It's not been consistent enough by the users. So what we could tell, what are the key insights we could tell the stakeholders? One thing is 80% are sedentary. Okay, 80% of the users are having a sedentary lifestyle. So it's necessary to provide fitness and health related sessions to them. This would help them to get the importance of health and well-being. Then users are not consistent with their Fitbit usage, as you can see here. So we could see an inconsistency in the usage. We should adopt some daily and weekly challenges of goals to get them motivated. ask users to set their own fitness goals, like to reach 10,000 steps a day, or even like to burn X amount of calories per day. So setting up weekly and monthly achievements could really help them to stay motivated in a longer run. So that's are the key insights that we can get from this data set. It's a pretty simple project. It's all about just to get an exposure of how exploratory data analysis is done, the data analysis preliminary approach of thinking, and just to get how data cleaning is being done and what kind of key plotting that could be used to get key insights and deliver it to the stakeholders. So this is the entirety of the project, and hope you got a rough basics picture of what the project is all about. So thank you.